So, people around the world have issues finding furniture that can fit in a small and compact area. This is where our chair that we have designed comes into play. This is because you want something that is portable as well as multifunctional as well. This is because if you're living in a compact area, you want to use your space wisely. And having a chair that can be used as a stand or a table that is able to fold as well, it's quite good for the use of space that you're using.
For example, lots of students and younger people live in studio apartments in bigger cities, and in studio apartments you have basically one bedroom as or one room as your whole living space. So having a chair that can be turned into a table as well as being stored under your bed when it's not in use is something that a lot of people could use that would benefit their living space.
Okay, so with this in mind, we know that the requirements of our chair/table is that it needs to be lightweight, compact, portable, and multifunctional. And for constraints, it needs to be easily foldable. It needs to be made of wood. It needs to convert into a chair as well as a table, and it must not exceed a size of 100 by 100 by 100 centimeters. And the seat of the chair must be at least 30 centimeters off the ground, and the tabletop must be at least 40 centimeters off the ground, and no sharp edges, of course. And we believe that we have met all of these requirements and constraints, and we will now go into discussing these in further detail.
So first off, with no sharp edges, we have added a fillet to every single sharp edge. They're small, but they're functional. So, for example, if there was younger children using these, they could not cut themselves. It's still a hard edge because it's wood, but it's not gonna be able to cut from straight impact.
Yes, and it is also we have made all of the parts out of wood. Originally, we were considering, we could possibly make some of these dowels that connect the wooden pieces together. We could use metal screws, but we decided to make it completely out of wood. And these wooden dowels can be fastened here using some sort of very strong weatherproof adhesive. And that helps in making this a more sustainable chair, and it makes it easier to manufacture in that it's very simple and that only one material is required in order to produce this product.
Yep, and so we decided to make our design out of a premium cherry wood. Our design uses a material design so that if the buyer is on a budget, they can select a different type of wood to build it out of to their liking. It can also be stained and finished exactly to how the customer desires, or if they wanted to change it to a different color to match their furniture, that could easily be done since it is wood. Our design is a very user-friendly and easy-to-build design using dowels to hold all of the rotating pieces together. So the dowels are used to hold on the folding mechanism of the back portion of the chair. And then they're also used to hold on the legs and the hinge of the legs, which allows the legs to fold the way that they do. Being made out of wood, the chair is a very sustainable resource and is environmentally friendly, as it can be recycled and turned into separate pieces and be used for other projects.
Not only that, the wood also provides different price options as well, as you can go for higher end of wood and also lower end of wood as well, making the price reasonable for any customer and any desire they may have.
One other feature I would like to mention is this carrying handle on the back of the chair/table. This allows the table, once it's or the chair, either way, however you want to call it, when it's folded up, the chair can be easily picked up and carried around with the handle. And as you can see, it also folds very compact into a slim profile for very easy storage. And this is a very important feature for people who live in a small apartment, for example. who don't have a lot of space.
Also, the handle is in the center portion of everything, so as you lift it, when it is fully folded up, it's not a like an unbalanced lift, so it's very easy to lift and carry around.
Yes, and with that as well, it's also relatively lightweight. You know, being made out of wood, this chair isn't going to be the most lightweight thing in the world. But of course, you know, since it's a very simple design being made out of one material, manufacturer could make this out of a cheaper, lighter material such as plastic or, you know, some other type of material. But we designed this to be very not bulky, and you know, it doesn't have any extra parts that don't need to be there that would cause the product to be bulky in any way.
Yeah, every single part that's on this has a use. There's no extra parts that are used for looks or anything.
Although it is an aesthetically pleasing product with the rounded edges and the premium hardwood construction.
It's a very, very modern design compared to most foldable chairs that you can get on the market or that you usually see in anyone's house. It's the design is very modern compared to those.
Not only that, you can also bring it outside your apartment or anything like that, and even use it maybe as like a picnic table. Maybe you want to watch your son's soccer game and you want to bring a chair with you. You can always fold this up into a bag, as well as fold it up, bring it into your car, anything like that. So it's not only used for compact areas as well. It can be used in any situation you may need it in.
One thing I would also like to add that Rohit actually reminded me of to talk about the versatility of this product. When the chair is folded like this, say you're at a soccer game in the bleachers, and usually when you're at a soccer game in the bleachers, it's cold, hard metal, no backrest. It's an uncomfortable surface to sit on for 2 hours watching the soccer game. But if you have this with you, you can put this folded up like this on top of the bleacher so that you have a more comfortable surface to sit on as well as a backrest. So that's an added bonus as well to this product, that it is inherently a very versatile product.
And adding on to that, if you were to use this for, say, any long time of sitting on, you could easily add some foam or a pillow or anything onto it, and it can fully sustain that, and it'll make it a lot more comfortable.
Yes, and that can also be worked into the product as well through the manufacturing process. If manufacturer wanted to make this an even more of a premium product by, say, maybe adding a leather cushion or something into the seat. And then, of course, maybe we should talk a bit about the table function. We've discussed a lot about this as a being used as a chair. Now let's discuss a bit about this product as a table. So as you can see, the legs are just slightly wider than the width of this table, which makes this very strong and resistant to tipping over. Also, being made out of a hardwood, there's going to be not much flexion whatsoever in this product, and it'll be a very sturdy table that you can trust to put your dinner on, and without worrying about it tipping over.
Also, in form of a comfortability point, if you were sitting and using this as a table, there's lots of leg room underneath, so you can put your legs underneath instead of having to have them right in front of the table.
Not only that, you can use this table as a desk as well. You could set up a chair along with it and use it as a desk for maybe you have classes and you don't have enough room and you need something that can fold into a desk. You can use this as well.
Even if you were laying in bed and you needed something to write onto, you could fold up the legs and point them away from you and set the actual table part on top of your lap and use that as a space to write on, like a hard place to write on or set your computer on.
Yeah, and that also reminds me, like there was that one project that Hashim talked with us about sustainable, cheap chair for students in a poor village who have to walk to school and don't have a desk to sit at. And in that project, the task was to design a chair that they could easily bring with them to school that was lightweight, so that they're not just sitting on the ground. This chair slash table could be designed to be constructed from a more lightweight material, so that it could even be used in a classroom as a desk and chair, and that would reduce costs significantly as well, in that you would only need to purchase one product. You don't need to purchase a separate chair and table. You could just buy a whole bunch of this one chair slash table, and a user could have one of it folded up as a chair, and then you could have a table over here.
And you could also attach a piece of fabric to each side of it if you were carrying it long places, and you could carry it over your shoulder instead of with the handle, so you'd still have both of your hands free.
Not only that, the quality of the table as well. Pretty much, you can have drawers if you want to underneath the table because of all that room you may have. You can pretty much add any add-on you may like to the table because how versatile it is. Whether you want it as a stand, a chair, anything like that, I'm sure that the manufacturer could for sure add any attachment you would like.
And this is our solution to the problem that we have been giving to make a table that is also multifunctional as a chair that can be easily carried around and folded up.